report on horse racing deaths at Churchill Downs this past spring does not point to one single cause. Thanks for watching. I'm Shay McAllister.
And I'm Doug Proffitt. The federal investigation also looked right at the dirt surface and the racetrack itself at the historic Churchill Downs after 12 horses died over the springtime. And WHS 11's John Charlton is joining us here right now. He's been going through the report with the latest information on its conclusions. John?
Well, Doug and Shay, the report is quite comprehensive, 197 pages long. Included in it was a history of the horses leading up to their catastrophic breakdowns. Now, during the investigation, we interviewed several experts who said figuring out what caused the horse deaths would be a puzzle. Well, today, even with the findings, the cause remains puzzling.
There was not one singular factor or smoking gun that caused this spate of fatalities.
That was the conclusion after horses started dying at Churchill Downs prior to Derby, on Derby Day, and through Memorial Day weekend.
Horses dying is not okay.
12 horses in all, including Lost in Limbo, seen here, died during the spring meet, forcing racing to move to Ellis Park. Just 2 days out from horse racing to resume at Churchill Downs, HISA, the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority, released results of the investigation.
The learning is that it's a multitude of factors.
Multifactorial because, as the report shows, the breakdowns happened on different surfaces and in different spots on and around the track. Several injuries involved broken leg bones, but those bones were often different. Only focus was there during retesting at the track. We were told then that there were no red flags. The report concluded the same, stating surface conditions were similar to prior years. HISA says the rocks issue has been addressed with new sifting equipment.
I think the rock issue has been dealt with and cannot explain the injuries that happened at Churchill.
Veterinary records and necropsies on all the horses, according to the report, also didn't show any kind of pattern to determine a clear cause. Drug tests for banned substances came back clear as well.
All the tests were negative.
Even though it remains a puzzle, HISA says there are pieces which horse racing can learn from moving forward. The authority also says everything is on the table, including studies on breeding these thoroughbreds.
Once we, have that data and have that analysis, we can then engage in conversations what we can do about it. This is the time where, racetracks and horsemen and breeders and consigners and sales companies, we all have to kind of get behind real change.
And after racing in Kentucky, there was also a string of horse deaths up north at Saratoga. HISA says that tragedy is being investigated as well.
Well, in the wake of this report, John, we've had decades of different meets at the racetrack. We never really knew about horse deaths unless somebody at the track witnessed it and would tip us off because it was kept in pretty much secrecy. Now you've got the beginning of the September meet at Churchill Downs getting ready to start. Then you have the fall meet. Everybody's going to be right on pins and needles. Every single death's going to be big headlines.
Yeah, it'd be an understatement to say that they're not going to be maybe on edge going into this, because after these horse deaths, not only here but up at Saratoga, the industry is shaky right now, and if this happens again, it could be catastrophic.
Could hurt them in the revenue. The fans are going to sour on it.
Yeah, because a lot of fans are just casual fans and they don't want to see a horse break down on the track.